Yeah, so I've removed some of the sticks from the pot because if you can look at it, it's well colored with all that cinnamon, guys. Ready for the rest of the ingredients. I've left that one little stick and I will take it out later, but guys, you should just can smell what I'm smelling here. It's next to nothing. So this is my cornmeal, polenta, maize meal, whatever you want to call it. I have the yellow one, but we call it cornmeal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour it into some water. I have to do this like this because this tripod is very tiny. Pour it into some cold water, guys, not hot water. Cold water, not too much. I know the amount I want already, so I've put it in. Because the more you put in, the more it will become thicker. So I've poured it in and I've stirred it, and as you can see, there's no lump or anything like that. You just pour it in the cold water and you mix it around like that for it to be dissolved. And then, guys, you're going to pour it into the pot. But while you're pouring it into the pot, make sure you're stirring so that it doesn't get lumpy. So you pour it in. Some might be left. You can just put a little bit more water on it and just pour it in. So you stir it around and you add more based on how thick you want it to be. Make sure your heat is low as well, guys. You need low heat for this, okay? Make sure you have a low heat. Low but enough to make it cook. Yeah, so you stir it around, and when you're happy, you leave it to boil. I think I'm going to put a little bit more cornmeal in there, although maybe not, because once it starts to boil, that's when you will see the thickness of it. So I'll just leave it to boil. And I'm going to put this in there again. Once it starts to become thick, I will show you what it looks like. Okay, because I can't keep the video running. So as you can see now, guys, it's cooking and it's boiling, and it's the thickness that I want it to be. Some people like it thinner, some people like it thicker. So if you want it thinner than this, then you add more water or more milk, and if you want it thicker, you add more of the polenta or the cornmeal or the maize meal. All you have to do is just mix it out in cold water first, slowly pour it in, and mix it while you're doing it. So at the moment, I'm happy with what is happening in here. It's boiling. It's what consistency I want it to be, and so it's not cooked yet. I'm going to leave it. It cooks within about 45 minutes from boiling like that. So you can just leave it and let it cook, because you have to boil the cornmeal and make sure that it is cooked. And when it's cooked, you will see it's soft. It's not like grainy, and you can see that it is cooked. So you leave it for about minimum, guys, 45 minutes, and then you check it again. Okay, so at this point, don't add anything else to it. Just leave it. Just constantly from time to time stir it, and if you feel you want to add anything like water or more cornmeal, then it's up to you, but just leave it and let it boil. Okay, you can see it's boiling, it's getting thick, so it's on the right move. Thank you. Guys, this is another thing you can do. You don't have to the thing pops, and when it pops, it hot, you see. You can add some sweet corn. I have some frozen sweet corn which I've washed and removed the frosty ice, and I've poured it in. Some people might not do it, but I like to add sweet corn to my porridge. In Jamaica, we have one that you call harmony, which is the corn itself, like this dried corn. But for me, it takes too long. It takes too long to cook that corn. So even though I like it, if I go out, like if I go to Jamaica, I'll buy the harmony porridge. But here, when I'm making it my own, I just add the sweet corn in there to the end of the cooking, and I let it cook with the porridge. Some people like it. If you don't like to taste green stuff in your mouth, then you don't have to add it in, but like me, I like to have it, so I add that in as well near to the end, because it's coming near to the end of the cooking. And also, if I had coconut milk, I want to put coconut milk in, I would add it at this point as well. Sometimes I add it at the beginning, but I would add it at this point as well, so it can stay there and cook. Okay, so at this point as well, I'm going to add my nutmeg, which I showed you. I've grated it. So this is the nutmeg. This is what it looks like. So in a little jar, I've put it. So I've grated it. I'm going to add it in at the moment. Just gonna add my spices, stir it in, work it in. Nutmeg is good for your digestion, yeah. So I've done the cinnamon, so I've just added the nutmeg. I can't have my porridge without nutmeg. And I'm also going to add some vanilla as well. And this is a natural vanilla according to them extract. So I just pour in like half a tablespoon, like that, and just pour it in. I don't put too much in. I just put that amount in, and I pour it in, and it's coming near to the end of the cooking. I can feel it sticking to the bottom of the pot as well, but it's not a lot, just a little bit. So I keep working it around because I don't want it to stick. Okay, so the next time I might just be sweetening it up. Yeah, so all the necessary stuff, and I'm also going to add some rose water in it, just so they taste. So that's rose water. I'm just gonna add a little bit in as well. So those are all the spices that goes in. You don't have to put them in, guys. You might not have them. You might just have vanilla at your home. You can just put that in. You might not have nutmeg. It's okay. You might just have nutmeg at home. You can just put that in as well. So whatever you have, or whatever is your country spice. Not when I say spice, not hot spice like pepper or anything like that, yeah. But whatever your spice is that you use when you are making cakes and stuff like that, you can just add a little. Not too much, because you don't want it to take away the taste of the cornmeal. Okay. So guys, at this point, my porridge, I've added to it a scoop of my protein powder. It contains 17 different fruits and vegetables. So I've added it because I want that extra protein in my porridge. It's just 1 scoop. I've already added it to the porridge just to get that extra protein in, because I'm also on a weight loss journey. I've added my evaporated milk in it as well. Guys, you don't have to put it in, but I like it because it makes my porridge very creamy. Okay, so I've put that in and I stir it up. You can add what you want. You can add your plant-based milk, like protein, like oat milk. You can add almond milk. You can add coconut milk. Whatever is your plant-based milk, you don't even have to add sugar if you don't like sugar. But I use condensed milk because I just love condensed milk in my porridge. Guys, that's why I have to work out, because some things I can't give up on. Some things I do, but some things I just can't give up on. Sorry. I have to be honest. So that's why I have to work out, because those things that I can't give up on, when I work out, it makes up for it. Okay, so if you don't like condensed milk, you can add sugar. I don't want to add sugar, but I can add some brown sugar, white sugar, whatever sugar you want to add at this point. That's what helps to sweeten it and give it a nice taste. Okay, but you don't have to put all of that in. just you can just add the plant-based milk, and from there, if you don't want any sugar or any sweetener or anything, you can leave it. You can have it like that if you want. Okay, because the sweet corn is sweet as well, so it will give it a nice taste without all of that. But me, I've added my evaporated milk and my condensed milk, and guys, you can add sugar as well if you want. You can eliminate all those milk, you can add sugar with your plant-based milk. Okay, and that's it. And so it's ready, guys. Look at it, it looks so nice and creamy, and it's ready to be consumed. And I'm just going to pour it into this plate here. Okay, yeah, and that's it, all ready. And just going to have a little taste. It's very hot, so you have to cool it, guys. Okay. Yummy. See you next time. Enjoy.